My name is Storm. I'm no rookie in the zone, and I've gotten into trouble more than once. But there are things even years in the zone can't prepare you for. It all started rather typically. One of our amateur radio technicians, call sign Mayak, picked up a strange signal on shortwave. His device was receiving a clean, strong pulse that repeated cyclically every 13 minutes. The source of the signal, the red forest area, a dead zone like most such places in the zone. At least, that's what everyone believed until now. Some of the old-timers said that there used to be a secret bunker in that area, and supposedly, some kind of experiments were conducted there. But there were never any solid facts about it. In general, if you listen to the old-timers of the Chernobyl zone, that place has a long history. Before the disaster, experiments on human consciousness were supposedly being conducted there. During World War II, there was a German underground complex, where alongside an officer's headquarters, experiments on prisoners were carried out. But even the Germans, it's said, didn't build it themselves. They took it from the Soviet communists, who in turn were trying to grow a new superhuman. But those are all just legends, and no matter how much I dug through the archives, I found no proof. As you might have already guessed, the old men's legends didn't scare me much, but the urge to investigate the strange signal source won out. We decided to go into the emission zone as a group of 4, me, Mayak, Sam, and Krya. The latter, by the way, had just turned 18 recently, which is how he got his nickname. Still practically a kid, the guy burned with excitement for adventure and wanted to uncover all the zone's secrets. Say what you will, but we shouldn't have brought him. Such a talent. Wasted. After gathering enough supplies, we hit the road. As expected, the signal was coming clearly from underground. Even the compass would go haywire as we approached the center of the coordinates. From beneath the forest, where the smell of scorched wood and death still lingered, something was breaking through the airwaves, as if shadows themselves were trying to speak. Could there really be a bunker here? Sam asked hesitantly. Maybe, who knows? The communists built a lot of stuff in 70 years. Just look at those underground bases in Crimea, I replied. Looking around, we didn't find anything that resembled an entrance underground. We started thinking through a plan on how to survey the ground, when suddenly Krya suggested checking out 4 large boulders about 500 meters away. We hadn't noticed them at first. They were lying in a pit, which itself seemed to have been dug specifically for them. Approaching the stones, I took out my old army flashlight and began to examine them. Through the cracks in the ground, I noticed something unusual. "It's a hatch!" I shouted, whether out of joy or surprise, I couldn't tell. The guys came over, and we started devising a plan. The idea was this. For safety, we tied a rope to a nearby oak. Then we crawled through a narrow gap, treated the hatch handle with a special solution, and the 4 of us tried to open it. The old metal cover didn't budge at first, but eventually it gave way. The sound it made felt like the whole zone would come running. But surprisingly, no one came, except for a flock of crows. Inside, we saw a 30-meter ladder and a dim light at the bottom of the shaft. Perfect. So this is the entrance to the underground. Well then, let's go, I said. We exchanged glances as if we no longer wanted to uncover the nature of that signal, but it was too late to turn back. Descending the ladder, the atmosphere changed immediately. The air grew thick, as if it began to press in on us, and a disturbing ringing appeared in my head. The adrenaline was off the charts, but there was nowhere to retreat. Communication with the base was lost, although Mayak tried several times to reach a frequency. Nothing. After walking a few dozen meters, we saw a long corridor, filled with changing rooms, toilets, and access checkpoints. Must have been a checkpoint area, I said. We kept moving and soon ended up in a maze of corridors. There was barely any lighting. Only dim red bulbs faintly illuminated the walls. But even that was enough to make out the inscriptions. Stage 3 complete. Subject 014 lost. Do not descend below level D. Normal science doesn't leave messages like that, but the most terrifying thing was the 5 long, deep claw marks on the concrete wall, as if some giant lion had swiped its paw across it. Going lower, on the 3rd level, we found a room filled with equipment, old Soviet gear, but still active. The screen was glowing. Someone, or something, was transmitting the same impulses Mayak had picked up. A line pulsed on the monitor. Connection to the noosphere is unstable. Resource required. Noosphere? I said in surprise. As soon as I said it, the doors behind us slammed shut. Kraya started screaming, and Sam tried to open the latch. Useless. A few seconds later, a voice came from the speakers. Distorted, metallic, but with something faintly human in it. Subjects identified. Suitable. Initiate activation cycle. The lights went out. In the darkness, I heard something, or someone, moving around us. A rustling, like hundreds of fingers brushing the walls. And voices. Quiet, whispering, as if coming from inside my skull. You are ours. We need your consciousness. You will become part of us. I blacked out. I don't know if it was a dream or if I came to, but still. Right in front of me I saw a figure, or more accurately, a hologram. What the hell is this? I shouted. We are the O-Consciousness, a collective of scientists studying the noosphere, the hologram replied. What are you doing here? Our field of work is quite broad, but our main goal is to explore the noosphere, its influence on humans, and the possibility of controlling human consciousness. Our experiment began long before the Chernobyl disaster, but after it only expanded. We managed to create a special device, a sort of portal to connect with the neural shell. We sacrificed our own consciousness for its operation, but as it turned out, our power wasn't enough. To keep it running steadily, we require 3 more minds. With their help, we can establish a stable link with the noosphere and expand our experiments. And what now? Now, you are one of us. At that very moment, the room lit up with a bright white light, and I lost consciousness again. I woke up under an old oak tree, near the asphalt plant area. My body ached. My veins glowed through my skin as if something other than blood was flowing inside. I don't remember how I got out. Maybe they let me go. Maybe I was meant to spread it. I came back, but I'm no longer the same. The guys who were with me, I never saw them again. Sometimes at night, as I drift to sleep, I hear that voice again. It speaks to me from inside. In my dreams, I see that room again, the same hologram's face, the same light, and the guys who were with me and who stayed there. And one more thing, the signal didn't stop. Others started picking it up. New groups are heading toward the Red Forest, but none of them have ever come back. I tried to warn them, tried to explain what happened to me, but everyone I told thought I'd just received too much radiation, that it was time for me to retire. So I'm writing this down, to warn those who still hesitate. If you hear the signal, don't go to it. Stay in the shadows, because deep in that bunker, it's not the zone that awaits you, and not uncharted treasures. Something worse is waiting for you. O consciousness, it has awakened, and every day it needs more and more minds to keep functioning.